Hey y'all. Y'all got to come in. Come in. Like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna get into our content this evening about little Amari. Remember the other day we spoke on little Amari, 5 year old, and those who were charged in her manner. So just a reminder of y'all, in order to cover this content right here, I have to watch what I say. So you have to pick up on it. You all grown, so you have to pick up on it. Now this content right here really is to educate you. It's educating and comment and criticizing purposes. Now, remember we spoke on Amari. Amari was number 5, and we talked about the decision that they made to take her from her porch. And they got to deal with the consequences. Now, when you talk about dealing with the consequences, the parents was in charge, but their kids was involved. The age range that was involved in little Amari case is a 10-year-old girl and a 9-year-old boy. Okay, they did some. They made a decision to um, violate little Amari rights. So I'm gonna, like I said, please bear with me. What I did, y'all, since I'm sinus that bother me, so I'm a little bit under the weather, I chose Court TV to kind of like help me out tonight because I'm gonna add my own reaction to it. But I want to let y'all see the vision of what happened to this beautiful little girl. Okay, because I remember when I was a little girl. Okay.
Empty street, for the most part, but it is a lot of kids there on that other end. It's just disturbing to know that it's kids that's on my that's young enough to know to do stuff like that.
I'm going to warn you, this is a tough one. This is, I don't know if we've seen anything like this.
And I like what he just said. This is a tough fairy tale I wanted to talk about. Glad Vinny mentioned that because I watch what I say, and he do too. Let me see, can I skip a little bit? So what tonight, I'm gonna let y'all hear from her mama, and I want y'all to see Amari here in the condition she was in when they took her hands and when they took her and made a decision to do this to her.
She a mini you. Yeah. She literally will crack you up. Like, she's so proper. The way she talks, everything about her is just like bubbly.
When talking about her 5-year-old daughter,
So
Antavia Kinnebrew,
bubbly.
lights up.
She is very, very affectionate.
But sadly, that joyful spirit
It was horrible.
is broken.
The bubbly 5-year-old. She was not there no more.
We're not naming the child or showing her face because she is a minor. But this horrific story begins on September 13th. Antavia says she left her 5-year-old daughter at a family member's house. Then she got a call. Her daughter was missing.
Wait, hold
When
up.
she arrived,
Hold
the
up,
little girl
hold
was
up,
already in an...
hold up. Now y'all found out she was at a family member house? Really? When we spoke on it, I said she was over a friend house. But when little Amari, she was over a family member house. Wow, it's crazy.
ambulance.
I could not recognize my daughter. Her hair was ripped out of her head. She had blood and bruises all over her. Her nails
Tavia says her daughter was taken to a wooded area where a group of children attacked her. The allegations, which include sexual assault, are too disturbing to share with you.
That is so evil. It's so evil.
Y'all, those kids was 10, 9 years old. They did this to her. These weren't grown people.
I've reached out to Cleveland police regarding this incident. What can you tell me about this investigation involving a 5-year-old allegedly being assaulted?
It is an active investigation that the Cleveland Division of Police is conducting at this time.
In a statement, the department confirmed that the Sex Crimes and Child Abuse Unit is actively investigating a case involving multiple children under the age of 10, both as victims and as suspects.
And we have to protect the rights that the victims have, just as well as the suspects in these cases.
And Tavia says her daughter spent about a week in the hospital. The moment she opened her eyes,
She was screaming when she woke up. She said they killed me. She thought she was dead.
the memories came flooding back.
To hear your baby say that she did, what? A 5-year-old shouldn't even know that word. Like,
How is she now?
she's struggling mentally and behaviorally. She say things that she never said before. More violent, more suicidal things.
She says now her focus is on just 2 things: making sure her daughter heals and getting justice. You posted about it. Why? Why did you want to speak out regarding what happened to your daughter?
Because I did justice for my daughter.
So when you say justice, what does that look like?
Everybody involved in the pain that was inflicted on my daughter, they get what they deserve.
This is
Y'all, hey, baby. Just listening to this, I'm looking at her hair. Oh my God. I'm going to keep the mother in me, and I'm going to keep anything else in me. Hey, baby.
Let me put up the charges. She didn't say what the charges were. Here's the charges against the 9 and 10-year-old. One count of it.
Look at the charges, y'all. Look at the charges on these 10-year-old girl and that 9-year-old boy. Look at the charges. I can't even tell y'all. Just look at the charges. I just can't even tell y'all everything they did to a 5-year-old girl. Oh, I'm doing good, Sergeant. I just when the weather changed, I changed with it. 1 count of attempt murder. God. 4 counts of oral. 2 counts of Fenelius age. Kidnapping. 1 count of strangulation. Y'all, this is what a 10-year-old and a 9-year-old did. But it's supposed to be another little one. Yeah. A 10-year-old. They took her off. This is what we talked about the other night. Took a 5-year-old, got her hand. Oh, Jonathan, this not the highway patrol thing. Now, this is not the highway patrol thing. This is one of my content I was working on about a little girl named Amari. No highway patrol. No, this is not y'all.
Attempted murder, 4 counts of rape, 2 counts of felonious assault, 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of strangulation. Okay, Lori. What do we do with the 9 and 10-year-old?
You want to talk to the lawyer or you want to talk to the mom? Because there are 2 different opinions going on in my side of my head right now. I mean, as a mom, I would like to bury these children. I would like to lock them away, and I would like to never see them again. As a lawyer, they are children. They would hopefully be able to be rehabilitated. So, I mean, it's juvenile court. They go into juvenile court and then hopefully get the treatment that they need. I have no words for this. This is the worst thing I keep saying this is the worst thing I've seen on my videos. I keep saying that, and then Satan comes in and moves the bar a little bit higher, and this is horrendous. There are no words for this. I don't know if you can rehabilitate kids like that. Would hope that you could. Defense attorney in me says let's try, but the mom in me says those kids need to be locked away in a mental institution.
All right, Jonathan.
Best for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can only hold until they're 21, Allie. In juvenile court, this thing's not getting waived up to adult court. 9 and 10 years old, not happening. Usually in Ohio, it's like 14 is the age. What do we do, Allie?
This first, I mean, I echo what everybody else is saying, thinking I can not think of anything more atrocious than what we've just heard and seen. But, a case like this with perpetrators that are 9 and 10 years old puts the criminal justice system, the juvenile justice system, in a really difficult position, right? This is a terrible act of violence, sexual violence against a little girl. But
Okay.
we're also
Right there, y'all see them the braids in her hair. They pulled all them braids out of that girl hair. I don't want to keep showing her. They took those braids out of 5-year-old head.
talking about two children themselves whose brains are not fully developed, and who it kind of begs the question, what has been happening to these two
Right.
children in their home or in their environment that they even know how to perpetrate or could even conceive of perpetrating these types of acts of violence? And so we've got 3 children here who are in crisis. My heart breaks for that mom, for this little girl who's never going to be the same. And at the same
And you know what making me sick these days? It's a lot of people that allegedly is sick mentally, and they know this going on. They know that this is going on, but it's no way a 10-year-old could even think to want to do something like this to a 5-year-old. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? It wasn't even nobody. It wasn't no adult. These were juveniles getting ready to go to jail for the rest of their life. So I'm going to ask a question. Do y'all think the parents should have been charged in this? Y'all would have took the kids, punished? To me, I think the kids should be punished because they are not trusted to be in school. They shouldn't be around nobody kid. I think that the parents should be responsible because something that they seen, something they angry about. Y'all think?
time I have to think about the parents of the 2 children who perpetrated this kind of horrific violence on another child. What is going on? And the difficult part is going to be to hold them accountable for their violent acts, but also make sure that the best interests of all of these children are served. It's tough.
Carmen, obviously they won't be locked up for the rest of their lives. It's
Right.
not going to happen. They're going to be out when they're very young. But my main concern is always safety. Safety first, the safety of the community.
Right.
How can we ensure that the community will be safe from this 9 and 10-year-old for the next 50 years?
You know, Vinny, this case is fascinating because it's unbelievable, unimaginable, but it's also fascinating because they don't charge 9-year-olds generally in Ohio. If this offense occurred in Texas, there would be no charges because we don't charge children who are under 10 years old. But more importantly, you think about it, like, how do we establish competency for a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old? How
Charge
do
the
we hold them
parents.
responsible? And does the juvenile justice system in any state, but in Ohio as well, have the ability to even handle this matter? And obviously everyone wants justice. They want help for these kids. They want to see some sort of consequences, rehabilitation.
I want the kids to be, I want the kids, the ones who made that decision, I want them to get help. Because they send a sign right here. Those kids mentally sending a sign. Just imagine these kids going to school. You know, but they kids. But they the one going to school. And what else have they got away with that the other student was trying to explain to the teacher? This is something really, y'all. I mean, this is messed up. This is messed up.
Counseling, all the things, but can that happen inside this facility? And as we watch this, we're going to learn for the first time what you do with a 9-year-old who may or may not even know right from wrong, much less be able to establish competency to go forward and be heard on charges.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, the element of punishment here, you can talk about it, and I understand it from the mom's perspective, wanting justice. Then I look at the reality of it. We know that they're not going to be, we know that they're coming back into society.
Right.
We know that they are damaged already. And I'm wondering if our system needs a little bit of a redo in how to do this and how to protect society at the same time that you are trying to some level of accountability.
I think what they need to do, this is what I think they need to do. Get those juveniles some help. Because you're talking about a 10 and a 9, it's almost 11 and 12. These kids are in elementary school. They're in elementary school, and that's telling you something. What the teacher done called and told the parents that, and they ain't do nothing about it. So I think I like to see the juvenile get help, get some kind of help. I think that the parents should be responsible. They should be the one the parents should be responsible, not the children. The children need rehab, and the parents need to be charged. Y'all need to start charging these parents because it's too much. We're dealing with this in society too much now. It's getting away. Kids are where we're supposed to protect them. And right now, a lot of parents not doing a good job on it. So you're talking about, oh, wow.
But and making them as, I'm not gonna say better, because they're not gonna be. I don't think this 9 and 10-year-old can be completely healed because there's something terribly wrong there. But get them to the point where they may be able to be with other people in society. This is so difficult. This is one that I think stumps our system and stumps the host of the show tonight, Lori.
I think it's extremely difficult. When I was first looking at this story, you run the gamut of the emotions on it as an attorney, and what kind of system that we have that can take care of this. And you said a reboot to the system. I don't know that we have a system in place at all.
Well, I think what y'all need to do is start charging these parents and let them handle their own responsibility. Lamari that girl is so beautiful. She deserves justice. Justice is getting these parents. That's their responsibility. Where were your kid? Why your kid down in the woods? Why your kid's not up here in the front of the house playing in front of the door? Why they down there in trees? And you don't even know where they are. See, a lot of parents just turn their kids loose. So I think they should have. I'm surprised they ain't charged the parents. They were charging the parents back in my days. So y'all tell me what you do, what you think in the comments. And I'm going to be uploading some videos in my Highway Patrol people. I'll see y'all Friday morning. All right, y'all.